Hey everyone, it's Nate from Grower's House, and today we're with one of our customers, an engineer named Lynn, who designed a really unique hydroponic system that we're going to show you today. So Lynn, you have this deep water culture hydroponic system. What makes it so unique?
Probably the most unique feature is the fact you don't need a water chiller to work outside. The system uses gravity and hydraulics to cool the water between 12 and 20 degrees over what a normal DWC bucket would be.
Okay, so it's like a normal hydroponic system, and instead of buying a chiller, just through the natural phase of what keeps the water cool?
There's coarse aeration, which means there's water bubbling in two locations. The top of the bucket feeds water in, that feeds at such a rate it bubbles like in a glass of water when you fill it. Then the reservoir has a drain return in it that also water falls and it bubbles like a waterfall would. So that bubbling action creates the cooling.
That's great. So it sounds like that system probably oxygenates the water really well at the same time, doesn't it?
It does. If you read up on how oxygenation works, it's a matter of getting enough air in the water to dissolve. So we use coarse aeration to cool. It also helps dissolve air in the water. And then there's 2 air stones per bucket that provide fine aeration at the root level. Mm-hmm. So you get a double whammy here. It keeps the water very oxygenated throughout the whole process.
Yeah, and we know about growing in warm temperatures because we're here in Tucson, Arizona, where outside right now it has to be approaching 105 degrees. And I know some people in Tucson are using your system right now.
Yes, I have a 9-pot system at my house as the prototype. Mm-hmm. Water temperature doesn't go above 90 degrees ever. It was 106 last week and my water temperature peaked at 88.
That's great.
Yeah, and without a chiller, I do have shade and I have misters on now because the tomatoes won't bloom over 95 degrees. They don't stick.
Yeah.
So I'm cooling the air to keep the tomatoes blooming.
But that's I mean, even
in dirt you would have to do that.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you were even in indoors or in an environment where it was 90 degrees, you could expect your water temperature to be in the 70s.
Correct.
No problem.
Correct. You can expect your water temperature to be between 72 and 78 in a 90-degree environment inside.
So how are the plants growing in this system, just under normal conditions?
I am getting phenomenal growth rates. You can visit the website and see it, but basically it is growing in excess of an inch a day when it starts. In 7 weeks, my alpha customer has a 7-foot tomato tree growing out the top of one of these buckets.
That is insane growth.
Insane growth.
Yeah.
I've harvested about 10 pounds of vegetables, tomatoes and peppers already on the 3 plants that are ripe. I was picking grape tomatoes at 2 months. Ripe grape tomatoes.
Okay, so I mean, it sounds like a pretty awesome system for growing. What about maintenance-wise? How's that?
Once a week, you flush the system like you would any normal DWC bucket. Flush the water out. It's got a 3/4-inch connection on it for that. So what you do is you start the pump and you let the pump down the water through the drain.
Okay. So I just open the valve?
Yeah, just open the valve. Pull the buckets up and make sure that the plant roots haven't gone nuts and penetrated, there's 2 buckets, haven't penetrated the inner bucket and gone to the outer bucket. You want to teach the roots to stay in that inner bucket where the nutrients and the air is.
Okay, so let's say, you're just finished your prototypes, you have a few customers out there, you're making it for prime time. So if someone bought the system, what comes with it? Is this a system that's complete out of the box, components? What is it like?
Yes, so I'm using Echo One air pumps and water pumps. So they've got a 1-year warranty on them. You're getting a pump that's sized for between 130 and 160 gallons per hour through each bucket, and between 8 and 12 liters of air through each bucket a minute. So it's a very high rate system. That's why we call it PowerFlow.
Okay, so it comes with all the buckets, all the tubing, fitting, pumps, everything you need.
Yes, you have a simple user's manual to go through step by step of screwing it together. There's a few things you have to put together because they're longer than 3 feet, which makes it difficult to ship. So they're broken down into no more than 3-foot sections. You screw a few things together and you turn it on and watch it work.
Cool. Sounds like an awesome system. If you guys want to find out more, definitely visit PowerFlow, the website, which you can see here.
Yep.
And or come to growershouse.com and you can check out some of the videos of this system and some of the product pages along with the different configurations of the system that you can purchase. Other than that, this is Nate from Grower's House. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.